Hey, KOG here. I'm here for the second part of how toxic K-pop culture is. Okay. Today we'll be focusing on the uh, the Korean beauty standard and weight issue. Okay. So let's get into it. The first video is gonna be about this girl who tried to become a K-pop star, and I think she quit after like a year. So let's see what's up.
Obviously, like, the industry is like pretty toxic, like body image wise, or like even seniority based. It's like it's very cutthroat. The company packages you in a certain way, and you kind of like have to follow that image. My image was kind of like cute, like American, but like, sometimes I want to get mad, like sometimes I want to like not act like that.
Okay, she makes it clear that how toxic the culture is. Okay, the first point was the body image thing, and the second thing was the hierarchical structure of the culture.
It's like very clear, like your levels, and like based on the levels you have to like change your grammar, you have to like add certain words to the end of sentences, and like I would always forget because I just like wasn't used to it. And like you had to bow down, and these things were just like very shocking to me.
I don't think she was ever ready for anything else than living in the United States and do whatever that she does. Because first of all, if you go to another country, when in Rome, do as Romans do, right? And Korean language is structured in such a way that you talk differently when you talk to someone older than you are. It's just good manners, and that's just how it is. And in the United States, you might go, hi, but in Korea, you say 안녕하세요. And that's just how it is. And if you can't accept that and it shocks you, there's something wrong with you. Not Korea. It's you there's something wrong with. Okay? Just saying.
Image is a huge thing in the K-pop industry. I think it's really all about numbers. It's kind of like how much you weigh on the scale, or like we don't want muscles, we just want you to lose weight and like look skinny. For women, it's usually like the smaller the number, the better. We weight ourselves every 2 days in front of like teachers, the company.
Then she goes on and on about how terrible and toxic it is. Okay. Now, before we go further, I would like to say, yes, the K-pop idol scene, they're right. They're too thin. A lot of them just look unhealthy to me. And I wish they, get a little bigger. Be healthier, actually. Or many of them looks fine. Now, however, there's always a but, right? It's not culture. It's company. That's just how it is. Okay, you guys just saw her dancing, right? As a trainee, she was, wearing the sweats and she was dancing. Did she look the part as a K-pop artist? No, she didn't look the part. If you're a fashion model, you look a certain way, right? Really tall, lanky, and really thin. Are they really healthy? No. If you're a gymnast, you have a gymnast look. If you're a bodybuilder, you have a bodybuilder look, right? If you're a K-pop idol, you have a K-pop idol look. Now, she's pretty and she's healthy looking and all that stuff. I'm not saying she's, too big or anything. Not like that. No, she looks perfectly fine. However, she doesn't fit the image of K-pop artist. And you know what? I don't think she'll be a great model, like a fashion model either. I don't think she'll be walking down any runway in France. Because she just doesn't fit the bill. So why is she speaking like it's like toxic and terrible? No, it just that's how you're supposed to look. And you know what? I'm sure she can sing. Whoever wants to sings great, writes great music, can rap, dance, and be talented as she is, well, she should become an artist by herself. That's what she should do, like so many of other artists has become, right? They tour little bars, whatever they had to do. Do it on your own, and that's fine. The difference is in K-pop, they invest in minimum hundreds of thousands of dollars to basically couple million per person. They invest money for training, some of them for like 6-7 years. And EJ, she did 10 years of it. Who pays for it? The company does. And all the preparation that goes in. And they are putting together a product. It's an entertainment company making a content. And a girl group, boy group, a group is a product, right? And there's a standard, which is tried and true. People seem to like, let's say, well-mannered, very pretty, or very good looking. And in the girl's case, very thin, right? And easy on the eye, who can sing and dance and do all that stuff. And if she has a great personality and funny or whatever, that's a plus. Now, if you don't want to fit the bill, go do it your own. Stop complaining about how toxic K-pop culture is. It's not a culture thing, it's a company thing. When you're investing, let's say a 5-girl group, right? Million a piece, at least 5. Usually these days they say about 20 mil or more just to get the team ready. If you're investing $20 million or like a whole lot more, the company will make a decision to make a group who has the most highest probability of succeeding. And, well, like I said, girls with certain look, with certain disposition, it works well. She talked about how she wants to be mad too. No, you're not supposed to be mad. You are working for a company. You are auditioning for a role, right? If you're an actor and if you're auditioning for a role, and that role says very gentle little girl, and if you're a butch and you go there and get mad and scream at people, you're going to be fired. They're auditioning for people to fit a certain team or group. Okay? So I don't think she understands how society works. And these companies, yes, some of them are good, bad, evil, yeah. However, they have responsibility to shareholders. You don't own 100% of the company. You have a responsibility to make money for everyone involved who has a share in the company, who's the part owner of the company. So you go for things that will work, most likely work. Not only the owners get to make some money, people who work, the staff, the employees who work there, and their families who depend on it, their livelihood depends on if these products or the companies, the groups, do well or not, right? So her little understanding or her little dislike of how Korean people say hello, or how her weight or her look or how she wants to act does not fit with the role is toxic is not true. She just went to a wrong audition. That's all there is to it. If you don't want it, be an artist by yourself. And maybe she has. But going around telling everybody that it's toxic and it's terrible, it's ludicrous. Just like I'm sure most of you or have worked in a company, right? And when you work there, do you do everything you want? Oh, this is not my style of work. Do you say that? Right? You have to fit the bill. And this is a company thing. They're not here to support the artist. They're here to create the best possible a group, a team that has highest possibility of succeeding and providing the best music, choreography, music videos, whatever support they needed so that this team will be successful. And the success of this team it equates to success of the company. That's all they do. And these people who go there and complain about being shocked by, bowing down, we bow down to everybody in Korea. That's just how we do it. It's a respect thing, right? And if you don't want any of that, I also have respect for her. It is okay. It is okay. But do your own thing. Don't come to it's like walking into a production of Hamlet and saying, I want to sing. No, you can't. It just doesn't fit. If it's not your thing, go do something else. Yeah.
Welcome to the Level 1 Challenge of becoming a K-pop idol.
In case if you didn't know, no one can debut if you're fat.
And fat means something a little different in the K-pop industry.
夜食べないみたいな生活をしてて、多分1日に300キロカロリーぐらいしか取ってなかった時、本当に力が出なくて貧血は起こすし、いや本当に死ぬかと思いましたね。
And she goes on about how terrible, harsh and crazy diets these people have to go through, and what kind of unhealthy life they have to lead to, keep that weight or keep that expectation or certain look. And you know what? She's right. This is not healthy. It isn't. However, you have to remember this is what people want. Okay? If you got apples and oranges, and if 9 out of 10 people likes oranges, company's gonna make orange juice rather than apple juice, right? Like I said, it's just business. And yes, the beauty standard is different, but herself is very thin, right? So is she living a toxic life? It's just that Asian people in general are very thin. Take a picture of a mall in the United States and take a picture of mall in Korea. The difference is going to be crazy. Korean, not only Korean, Japanese, Filipino, Thai, Vietnam, doesn't matter. On the average, young ladies are very thin. Now, in order to to stand out, maybe you have to be thinner. Now, that might be bordering unhealthy, but that's what it is, and that's what people like. Now, is this right? There's no right and wrong about it. It's just, certain races are taller, shorter, thinner, bigger, smaller. That's just how it is. People in Denmark are really tall. So what? So everybody has different beauty standards. And in Korea, this is what people like. And in general, in Asia, they like thin ladies. And yeah. Now, I think the smugness and superiority, cultural superiority or moral high ground that I don't like too much is, I think it comes from the fact that, like, in Western culture these days, the political correctness and like every body size is beautiful, and you guys know what I'm talking about. And there's that culture, and it's a wonderful thing. It's however, it's not realistic. I'm not for or against anything. This is not a place for that. But what is true is I know reality. I know what people like. It is more likely that thinner, certain body image and certain look of certain race have higher chance to become, for example, a movie star. And I accept it because that's just how it is. Again, going back to apple and oranges. So just like models or bodybuilders, whatever. Bodybuilders, you think they're healthy? All the steroid, is that normal? Or being obese, is that normal? For example, United States has it's a national crisis, health crisis. The obesity is the biggest problem, it's the biggest killer. The high blood pressure, heart attacks, diabetes. It just is. So what I'm saying is, I hope these people just have, again, some perspective. and they just keep making these videos and putting it on internet. And it just, every time I search for K-pop to find out what I have to react to, I just keep coming up, and and decades of this. The reason I'm ranting is I just hate these things. I mean, just in moderation. And anyway, thanks a lot. There are other things like the prevalence of, for example, what is that? Plastic surgery in Korea. That is another thing, but for another day. Anyway, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.